This is one half of the show, Click and Clack, the Tap and Go Brothers. This is step dancing now. No shoulder work. So he can do Irish jigs and things like that, see? I mean, they can do it. When I have the two of them, Click and Clack, they dance on the other side. And I'm the only guy that does two at a time in the whole world. This is part of my Dr. Dick's dance troupe.
Hi there, this is Clark Terry here, reminding you to pull your bearskins a little closer to the fire. That's it. Now you're talking. Watch out for those snapping sparks. Everybody cozy? Now the good news is that you're in time for the humble farmer. You've worked hard all day, and you deserve to relax now. So stay right there and listen to the best of this kind of music.
Hi there, your buddy the Humble Farmer here with an hour of old-fashioned music just for you. Thank you for listening. I have no idea of who Stanley Weiser is, but he will be remembered as being the man who said, "A fool and his money are lucky enough to get together in the first place."
Bess couldn't help it any more than you could, or I could. Bess couldn't help it, though she tried to be good, oh so good. She's pretty as the heavens above. Oh boy, how that girl could love. Bessie had affection that was simply wonderful. Do-do-do-do. Bess couldn't help it any more than you could, or I could. But when she'd smile, you were bound to fall, that's all. A boy kissed Bessie in a taxi one night. Why, oh, why did she yell with delight? Bess couldn't help it any more than you could, or I could.
When some people fix something, it falls apart again within a week. You might be married to one of these people and know exactly who I'm talking about here. But there are other masters of the tool chest who are able to make minor adjustments that last forever in their homes. Here on the coast of Maine, we call their secret the temporary repair. When they put something up, they don't intend for it to last. But nothing lasts like a temporary repair. Hang a door with only one nail in each hinge, just so it'll hang there good enough until you can find some brass screws to do the job right. And that door will be swinging contentedly there the day you die. If you put screws in the hinges, if you'd done it right in the first place, the door wouldn't have fit and the other screws would have worked themselves out, and you would have lived with a door that stuck for years and years until it fell off and dropped on the dog. Knock down a wall in your kitchen and put up some good solid sheetrock. Do a good job. The cat will claw it down before you even get around to paint it. But put a piece of plastic in your smashed out car window, just to keep the wind out until you can get over to the junkyard to buy a window to fix it right. And that plastic will still be there the day you park the old clunker out in the backyard and use the door as a target. If you really want something that will hang in there forever, the rule to remember here on the coast of Maine is that nothing lasts like a temporary repair.
Honey, don't you cry, clouds are rolling by, the rainbow's in the sky. It was only a sun shower. In the shelter of sunny skies above, we will live in love. It was only a sun shower. Why do we complain? We should be cheerful and gay. Tomorrow's sun will shine again, although it's cloudy today. Love finds a way, honey, don't be blue. We'll go smiling through forever. It was only a sun shower, sweetheart.
You might remember that I like baked beans and spaghetti and could happily live on baked beans for dinner and spaghetti for supper until the day I die. To be sure, I could reverse the order and have spaghetti for dinner and beans for supper, you know, just for a change so I wouldn't get tired of the same old thing. With that in mind, please hear this letter from Brent. Brent writes to me, "Dear Humble, I do find you unusually paradoxical since your erudition, intelligence, and academic history come across loud and clear on your show. You have a voracious passion and understanding of the social and cultural happenings around you, which are most often associated with sophistication and depth of knowledge wisdom, whereas your culinary interests seem very basic and working class, that hearken to your youth, years of bachelorhood, addiction to your desktop, poverty, an artist caught up in the thrall of his muses." Thank you for that, Brent. You should know that my discriminating taste when it comes to meals also applies to women. It is not to be regretted when I look around and see friends who were obviously hooked by their first entree. It can be statistically proven that people come in three sizes: large, average, and small. It has to do with the bell curve. Because most of the women used in television commercials are no more than skin stretched on very small bones, the American woman has been conditioned to place herself in the large category. You can't look at a television commercial without realizing that someone is trying to make women dissatisfied with the way they look, smell, or feel. That is why even the most sensible woman might be tempted to lose weight, to diet. Have you ever lived with a person who eats nothing but salad? After a week you beg them to wolf brownies or at least put enough chocolate sauce on their lettuce to make them sociable. An old St. George man told me that his wife dieted faithfully for 3 weeks without losing a pound. She got so cranky that he started avoiding her, you know. He even fell asleep drinking his nightly hot chocolate in front of the television, and he stayed right there on the couch all night. And then, night after night, his wife lost weight. It was 2 or 3 weeks before a doctor figured out why. The television ads for weight loss had made his wife so sensitive to calories that she'd been gaining half a pound every night just by smelling the hot chocolate on his breath.
Hallelujah, hallelujah, everybody cried. I just swelled with pride, my girl was by my side. Hallelujah, hallelujah, I began to shout. I told the crowd what I was proud, hallelujah, about. Fill your eyes full of that, I'm not talking through my hat. Everybody loves my girl. Take a look, ain't she smart? Don't look like she'll break my heart. Everybody loves my girl. What a voice, just like a bird. She can sing anything, still she never spoke a lucky. What a neck, like a swan, that's the neck that I'm necking on. Everybody loves my girl.
Someone stood up at a recent Grange meeting and said that eggs are now laser etched with an expiration date and a code. This code, which is printed on the eggshell, traces the egg back to the Maine farm where it was packaged. The process could even be refined to the point where, well, you could tell which hen at the farm laid the egg. This quantum leap forward in recording the origin of a hen's egg is truly encouraging in a state where many good people still don't know who their own father is.
Ain't no use to sit and wonder why, babe. Even you know by now. Ain't no use to sit and wonder why, babe. It don't matter anyhow. When that rooster crows at break of dawn, look out your window, honey, I'll be gone. You're the reason that I'm traveling on. Don't think twice, it's alright. Ain't no use in calling out my name, gal, like you never did before. Ain't no use in calling out my name, gal, 'cause I can't hear you anymore. I ain't saying that you treated me unkind. Could've done better, honey, baby, I don't mind. You just sort of wasted all my precious time. Said, baby, don't think twice, it's alright. Turning on that light, Jay, thank you, like I never did before. Yeah, it ain't no use in turning on that light, babe. Can't see you anymore. I ain't saying that you treated me unkind. Could've done better, honey, baby, I don't mind. You just sort of wasted all my precious time. Don't think twice, it's alright. Well, I'm walking down that long, lonesome road, babe. Where I'm bound, I can't tell. Goodbye to good word, gal. I'll just say very well. I've been thinking and wandering down that long, lonesome road. Once loved a woman, child, I'm sure what I gave her my heart. She wanted my soul. Baby, don't think twice, it's alright. I said, baby, don't think twice, it's alright. I said, baby, don't think twice, it's alright. Thank you very much. Thank you.
I don't know anything about fishing, but I have a friend who does. There's nothing he enjoys more than dropping a line in the water far, far up there in the great Maine North Woods. He says that pulling in 20 or so little fishes is only part of it. Can't go up there without having 3 or 4 moose or a dozen deer come out of the woods and watch him. One day, his father mentioned that it wouldn't hurt to drop a hook alongside of the boy and show him how it should be done. And on that day, and on every other day that father went along, they caught nothing. They saw no moose, no deer. They didn't even see a fox. When the kid went alone, he said it was like being in a zoo. So he could only wonder what his father was using for aftershave. One evening at dusk, they even rode 20 miles along a log-in road and saw nothing. There's no question but this man repels wildlife. If you can bear witness to a similar situation and can thereby verify this story, I'm thehumblefarmer@gmail.com, and I'd love to hear from you. We'd like to put a happy ending on this story.
And blowing Mr. Louis Armstrong in his old rocking chair. Old rocking chair got me good.
Old rocking chair got you funny.
Ain't by my side.
And your cane by your side.
Fetch me some water, son.
You know you don't drink water, brother.
Or then
My hide's already tanned.
can't get from this cabin. Oh,
What cabin choking mother?
ain't going nowhere.
You ain't going nowhere, yeah.
Just sitting there
Grabbing
at the flight round my rocking chair.
rocking chair.
I remember dear old Aunt Harriet.
I remember old Aunt Harriet.
How long in heaven she be?
Oh, about a year and a half, Daddy.
Send me a sweet chariot and
Oh, yeah,
for the end of the trouble I see.
my sweet cherry.
Oh, rocking chair got me, no, got me.
Old rocking chair got your butter.
And the judgment day is creeping upon me.
Tell about it, boy.
To my old rocking chair.
Looks like old rocking chair got you, Daddy.
I can't move a peg, boy.
Looks like your cane's laying down there by your side.
Well, I use it for trombone sometimes.
Is that all? But I ain't got no chin, Father.
Well, you better start running.
Yes, but you're gonna tan my hide.
No, I'm gonna forgive you this time.
Now you can't get from this cabin.
No, I know I
No, Father. But you ain't going nowhere.
I done been where I was going. I ain't going anywhere.
Dig him. You sitting here grabbing.
Yeah.
You grabbing.
Yeah.
You grabbing.
What?
At the flies round the old rocking chair.
Yeah, they sure bother.
Look here, brother. You remember old Aunt Harriet, don't you?
Yeah, she cut out, didn't she?
Yes, she did.
But I knew her well. Not that well.
Oh, yes, Betty. I chariot, oh chariot.
Ah, just give me a taxi. I got it right.
'Cause the time, the trouble, both of us is seeing.
Nobody knows the trouble I
Telling me. Now, old rocking chair, get it.
Yeah.
Now, rocking chair, get it.
Yeah.
And just one day.
Oh,
Yeah, sitting in the chair. Yeah, rocking chair.
Are you getting too many phone calls? Phone calls don't bother me because I enjoy hearing from you and my other friends, of course. But if you would like people to have a quick change of heart and hang up on you when you answer your phone, here's what you can do. I say, Robert Skoglund, sorry to keep you waiting. Most people in the world have no idea of how to carry on a conversation on the telephone. So they will not respond to your cheerful greeting with the, hello, this is Susie Brown and I'm calling about the unused exercise bike you have advertised in Uncle Henry's. They simply say, hello. I don't know why they can't tell me who they are and then briefly tell me why they called, but they can't do it. If you don't believe it, try it yourself. There's nothing people enjoy doing more than calling and saying, is Marcia there? Without telling you who they are. How often have you had to ask, whom shall I say is calling, please? Or, what's it to you? I'm passing this along to you as a public service. And again, this is the way it played out today. The phone rang. Ring, 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 ring. I answered before it even stopped ringing, and I said, Robert Scoglin, sorry to keep you waiting. The woman on the other end said, hello. I repeated, Robert Scoglin, sorry to keep you waiting. And she hung up. This is Guess Who in St. George, Maine.
Been talking it over. That sweetie of mine gave me a sign, my troubles are over. The family crew, the relatives too, invited me over. They put the okay on me today, my troubles are over. We're planning to settle down in a little suburban town. Who wouldn't like trees, birds and bees all around? A couple of cars, a couple of kids, a couple in clover. Just picture me there, floating on air, my troubles are over, over.
People who come up here from away don't know how to get things done. One day the boy gave me his father's old two-car garage over in Clark Island, and I had one of my distant cousins in Thomaston haul it the 3 miles over to my house on his big truck. Jerry came in with his backhoe, dug off the topsoil, put down some gravel. I built a farm, and cement was poured and setting up before the sun went down that very same day. It would take someone from away a month or more to facilitate an operation like that. You know it's true. One day I wanted an inspection sticker on my old truck. The girl in the office said that the boss was away and I'd have to try to catch him sometime tomorrow. I told that girl that when I saw the boss, I was going to tell him that he ought to double the salary of everybody in his office. She said for me to come down at 4 the same afternoon.
a little miss who misses me in sunny Tennessee. Breezes are blowing kisses, sending them COD. 'Cause I miss a little miss who misses me in sunny Tennessee. I'm hoping someday she'll drop me a line, and maybe she'll say that she's gonna be mine. Oh Lordy, nothing but dreams and memories keeping me company. 'Cause I miss a little miss who misses me in sunny Tennessee.
Ed.
I'm sure that you can find many books and articles on how to save energy in your home by simply changing your habits. We have a nice electric stove with a smooth flat top. It's one of the few rich kid items we have in our 1811 home, and we have it because the flat top is easier for Marcia to clean. As I dropped a hot dog into the water that was being boiled on that electric stove the other day, I wondered if it would be cheaper to cook the hot dog in the micro. And then, think about this, I asked myself why I was cooking only one hot dog when it would probably take just as much electricity to cook 2 hot dogs in the same water. It would be more energy efficient to eat 2 hot dogs. And if you think about it, wouldn't a person who's really serious about conserving energy probably cook and eat 4 or even 6 hot dogs? I don't think I should say any more about this because what I'm saying seems to make sense, and if you slather it with our homemade pickles, 1 hot dog is about all I can handle.
Like a cheat, you hid your deceit within your faceless charm. I found you out when I found you in somebody else's arms.
You might have seen it on the news. A man who worked with a bear was killed by the bear. You'll also recall that 2 years ago, a man who lived with wild bears was eaten by bears. Not long after that, a man who loved sharks and other dangerous denizens of the deep came to a sudden and much publicized end when one of those sharks suddenly turned on him. You and I know that there are wild and uncontrollable creatures on this planet that may be toyed with for a while, but that at any time they are likely to turn on you. And yet, every day, you and I hear of yet another friend who plans to get married. How many times have you been working on a project when some let me show you boy looks over your shoulder and offers advice? If you're not careful, it's not long before he has pushed you aside and has taken the burden of the entire project upon his own shoulders. It's usually about that time that you notice that there is an alarming one-to-one correlation between a let me show you boy's ineptitude and his eagerness to help you.
cobblestones, lead me to my own home in the hills. Now all my clothes are worn, my shoes are torn, step by step each cobble brings me thrill. I know I'm on the rocks and hard knocks, now I can see each one of them is a gem shining for me. Oh, can't you catch me there? Hear my friend, old cobblestone, walk my bones, lead me to my home in the hills.
When my father married my mother, he was Mary Ann's husband. And he stayed Mary Ann's husband until he became Sonia's father. For his entire life, my father was a non-entity. I thought I had done better than my father until today, when I realized that I have fallen lower than Mary Ann's husband, or Sonia's father. In fact, I have dropped as low as it is possible to drop in the caste system here in America today. You see us in all the big box stores. We are called associates.